NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. We are underway from North London. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On first down, here's Jenkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. We look at this Browns defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
To the air with McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing is McCarthy. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. McCarthy going to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw now, here's Sanders. That's downfield. He's got Fannin. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Harold Fannin, 71 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Minnesota.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Get it!
Once again, Jenkins. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here we go. 70, Timber Wolf. Ready.
A give up the middle. Jenkins. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
Come on.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing, Sanders. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They had a pick. Six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Vikings nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Sadly, that's the type of run we've seen from these guys this year, ranked 32nd last in the NFL.
But there is good news because there's nowhere to go but up. Unfortunately, Up might have to wait until next season.
Then drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Go! Cowboy 80. Ready, ready?
A give. Here's Judkins. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready, set. Set up. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the left side, he finds Bond. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And he missed it. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Let's go now.
In motion goes the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Come on.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Here's Sanders. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
The most with this move is nothing to a buck. I can see it.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll give it to Jenkins. Fights through, and now a crease. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Sanders to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
To the air with McCarthy. That is caught. And he will have the Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 64 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Now the try here for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pass caught by Phantom. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
23 yards on the play.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run, it's Jenkins. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got it.
They
Ready?
work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Now it's Jenkins. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the jump.
The Browns on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Go. AC Cardinal. Let go.
They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Crenshaw Jenkins with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing is McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton, 49 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. To throw now, here's Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and 3.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 60. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's McCarthy. Completes this to Anderson out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. McCarthy going to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And my goodness, another interception.
McCarthy's pass. Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
And they will take a knee here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come on!
On the ground, this is Jenkins. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Go!
On third down, here's Jenkins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Rodgers on the return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Oh, he fakes a spike. That'll be caught. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second and 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And now here's another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours.
Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Well, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know. Yeah, is that your man? If it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said I have a proposition. Every red they want to take me home tonight. I said what's that? And she said if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. said they want to take me home tonight. It's quite alright.